And we're back on Open Talk every single Wednesday. Go ahead and get the chat up right now. I appreciate everyone that's tuning in, whether you're hearing it live or you're hearing it on the replay. Thank you so much. And this is a topic, well, we're not going to be joking. We're not going to be joking about this topic. The lines will be open. I want to hear what you have to say. Here I am just putting this information out there. Put it out to the people's court, and we're going to let the people decide. Give me 1 second. Of course, got to get all these technicalities out of the way. Don't let that delay you, though, from hitting the like button. Okay. Okay. Live chat. Yep. Live chat replay. We'll get this thing going. Hold on, you guys. All right. And we're going to get into, it's going to be some really, really heavy stuff. You know, I don't recommend if you have children watching this broadcast at all, do me a favor and yourselves. And it's not suitable for children. So this topic we're going to be talking about, we're going to get into it and we're going to deep dive. You know, this is probably going to be the most substantial video I've ever done, period, on YouTube. You know, we'll do a video on this topic. I could hang the gloves up after this video. I can hang the gloves up after this video and be like, you know what? I did my part. I did my part. I'll explain why. We'll deep dive right now. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. My bad. My bad. Okay, now we're going to get the chat up. So thank you guys for tuning in again, though. Every single Wednesday, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. we'll be here on the dot, the People's Platform for you guys. Live on ChicanoTube. Live on ChicanoTube. Probably my favorite topic to talk about, Chicanos. Always have been, always will be. Okay, here it is. All right. All right, get this chat out. Here it is. Finally, I already see some babosos in the chat, huh? Cheese babosos, man. Always got to be a baboso or two. It's all to the good, though. Hey, it's members only, so if you want to play, you got to pay. All right, here's the chat. We're going to get into it right now. All right. How about that? Que pasión. And the chat over here. All right, here it is. Yeah, it looks good. Good for now, ¿verdad? Good for now. All right. Let me give a roll call real quick before we get into this, you guys. As people start trickling in right now, whether you're hearing it live right now or you're hearing it on the replay, really highly appreciate you guys spending Open Talk Friday night on ChicanoTube. You already know who it is. It's your boy Mike. And was looking forward to this all day amidst all the hustle and bustle of, you know, having to take care of business, doing what we do. I was looking forward to this. I really wanted to talk about this. I didn't put out any specific flyers. There's going to be words that I'm also going to not, you know, be omitting. I didn't put out a flyer for this live for a specific reason. It's not because que no quería. It's because this is a very, very sensitive topic. So I appreciate you guys. Orale Burqueño, I see you, my boy. Mr. 209, hit them likes as you come in. Gente, that's right, my boy. That's right. Mike Contreras, I see you. Crescent Joint, ARC, Burqueño. Machete, there it is right there. He's ready to go. Tapping in. Sanho Lifer, I appreciate you. Oliver 415, Sanho Lifer, I appreciate you. Do me boy the favor though, hit that like, of course. We always try to take this kind of media as far as we could take it. You know, as far as we could scream from the mountaintops. You know, I have really no, this issue right here is not a political issue. This is not a political issue. This is a humanitarian issue. That's what this is right here. So whether you thought I was going to be dropping just because I dropped the video on 8-Ball Biden, okay, you saw the video on 8-Ball Biden, or whether you thought it was one thing or another, I grew up zero, absolutely zero influence with politics. Never have, never went to a major school that que me lavó el coco, period. To me, my political party is what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And it seems like nowadays we're throwing common sense out the window very easily, just the way we used to throw whack tapes out of our ramflas back in the day. You know, we throw common sense out the window and people don't want to hear it. And why does some people don't want to hear it? It's like gangbanging to some people. They're gangbanging red and they're gangbanging blue. Oh, come on. No matter what, they'll go down with the ship, with their representative or whatnot. I say the system's broken. I say it's been broken. Not one person broke it, but not one person has solved it yet. Let's go ahead and get into it. Recently, there's been a topic of discussion that was brought up not on a new piece of film, but rather on an older piece of film. If you thought the movie Sound of Freedom, if you thought that was a brand new spanking movie that was in the box office and just got dropped, you're mistaken. Because that movie was actually filmed several years ago. The movie Sound of Freedom was filmed about 5 years ago, and it was filmed under a Fox. It was a Fox production. And I know here goes some people talking about politics. Here we go. Get Fox and those other. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about all that. We're not going to miss one thing. Brenda Love, I see you. Brenda La Chicana's in the casa. Orale Troquero Locochon, I see you, my boy. There's real shit happening. I just started right now, carnal, so tap in. Everyone that's hearing it right now on the replay, you could do the same thing. You could tap in and drop a comment on the replay as well. Burqueño, I see you. OC714, I see you, my boy. Taz Dog, Ernesto Ruiz, all my day oneers. East Bay NorCal, De Sol, HCB Chemistry, De Sol, that's right. So they filmed it. Fox filmed this about five years ago. And when Disney took over Fox, yes, they did, corporation, all of a sudden, the film can't get released. Why do you think that? I'm really not trying to joke around with this topic at all. If you think I'm up here just trying to laugh and be a clown, not this time. We'll talk about mamadas another time. We'll talk about fucking gente getting removed another time, again thrown off the tier, and all those mamadas are later, but not for this one right here. Seriously, I'm not. 5 years ago, they couldn't release it. What do they have to do? Well, the dude said that made it. Not that made it, that had a major part, an executive producer, I guess. There was a couple people in the whole project. This is a guy, he's a güero, okay? His name was Tim Ballard. This dude right now currently runs. I mean, you talk about doing good. Chingado, este way is just... He's doing the most good. O sea, if God had, for how good you did, a number of deeds or whatever, a certain number of crowns, this vato right here would have about fucking 20 crowns. Orale. It reminds me of the Christian group, Casting Crowns. At his feet. Okay. This dude he does a lot of good work. Operation Underground Railroad. This dude was part of the Homeland Security Agency for Endangered Children and Internet Crimes. Okay, first off, First off, so being part of the gobierno on those kind of, let's just call them special teams, el güey es un pesado. Ese güey es un pesado de pesados. Just know that. Who else better than to head up operations like this? My bad, you guys. I forget I got a mouse. Chinga su madre. Okay. Who else better to head up an operation like this than this dude right here? This dude, still not liking it, man. Still not liking it. Okay, this guy, I'm going to move past this. This guy has done so much good. They shot the film about 5 years ago. It is just one story that he tells because he has countless and countless stories. He has a channel, you guys. He has a channel. I think it's called the same name of his program. So anyways, they filmed this about 5 years ago. Fox got bought out by Disney. Disney does not look good in my opinion. Period. I have my own convictions and reservations when it comes to Disney, and maybe we'll get into it in this video. I do need you guys to do me a favor and hit that like. If I didn't say it, I'll say it again. My concern in making this video 100%, there's no other interest, is 100% the safety of the children, of all children, and to bring awareness to a very important topic that is not talked about. It is not. We just went through a period in California for a couple years where a lot of people lost a lot of money and a lot of businesses and still haven't recovered from that. And they call that like it was a plague. They call that like it was the end of the world. And another word that I won't say. But this is happening right before our very eyes and is getting hardly talked about. Gracias a Dios to the very few alternate media sources that are talking about this very serious topic. It's regarding you and it's regarding your children. That means it's very serious. Shout out Fume 209. There's one of my members right there. D Sol. I see you, my boy. Eddie Arambula. I see you. One of my day oneers. Real one. Back in the day. So I don't view this as a political issue. This is a humanitarian issue. I'm going to give you some startling, very startling statistics that are going to shock the shit out of you. And this is a real life number that happens every single day. And I'm only talking about the United States because we can go country by country. Pero hay que hablar de algo que directamente nos afecta a nosotros. O sea, where me and you lay our heads right here. If you're watching here. If you're watching from other countries, I appreciate you. Upwards around 2,300 children go missing. Get ready. This is some sick shit right here. I can't even believe we can just hold our stomachs hearing fucking numbers like this and not raise an eyebrow. Upwards around 2,300 children go missing in the U.S. every single day. This, you heard me right. Every single day. I didn't say month. Or week, every single day, 2,300 children go missing in the United States of America. And you don't think it's a problem? Oh, it's a problem. It's a big, huge problem that should not be easily swept under the carpet as we go about our life and la, la, la. And I'm not trying to cast a dark cloud. I'm giving you an example. Este pinche güero, whose film finally got released. And he's doing something good with the feria también that he's getting from the pinche film because he's still, right now, while me and you are breathing and talking and interacting on the internet, saving children. He's fucking, right now as we're doing this live right now, he's probably in a meeting preparing for the next day with his task force about saving some more children. let's get into it. Let's keep going. A couple months ago, under this current administration, right now, who we have right now, there was a whistleblower. She was assigned high level in the government and assigned to go work at the Health and Human Services Department in the United States, or a lot of people call it the HHS. Okay? Her name was Tara Lee Rodas. Tara Lee. She was assigned and thought moving over to that position in a department of the government was going to be a place beneficial and advantageous to her where she could do the most good and help children and help situations and help families. Or so she thought. Or so she thought. Why? Because she ended up testifying in front of a congressional panel. Now she's known as the whistleblower, Tara Lee. She went on record and said from what she has witnessed inside the very middle of a government agency, right there, you can't tell her that what she's seen is not the truth. You know, a lot of people talk about supernatural encounters, right? When you have a supernatural encounter, whether it's with God or whether whatever it is, no one can talk you out of what you experienced. They can't. Not possible. Well, I'm not saying not possible, not 100%. Not that they can't drogarte la chingada or brainwash you or do something like that, lavarte el coco. That way you'll say and regurgitate what they want you to say. Of course, anyone could be programmed. I've talked about it. I grew up like a fucking machine, taking all kinds of programming all around me all my life. And I'm deprogramming from a lot of it. I think I only got like 1 or 2%. Then that's the rest of it is the Chicano in me. And it's going to stay. She testified in front of a U.S. congressional panel that the United States, oh shit, here we go. Government program is actually the middleman for child sex trafficking. She said that. This happened about 2 months ago. Did you hear about it? Did I hear about it? No. No one's talking about it. Why? Because it pertains to, and this is disgusting, it pertains to saving some children, all the children. And certain people have an agenda where they don't want to talk about it. The news outlets will say, yes, it exists, but it's no big deal. Guess what? They said the same thing about cancer. They said the same thing about cancer decades and decades ago. So why you trust everything you hear? Why you trust everything you read? You know, the gente got to wake up. We can't just be stuck on Univision, Canal 67, all damn day and eating everything that gets told to us. We can't. Just like that Titan submersible the other day, I've seen evidence that fucking Titan submersible was they had already passed away a few days before me and you think we're reporting on that shit live, and the shit's breaking that morning live to us, and the countdown for the last hours of oxygen was live. We thought everything was happening live. That shit happened a couple days before that, and they just released that because of Hunter 8-Ball Biden. That's why they released that day. I know, you don't want to believe me. She was working for the Office of Refugee Resettlement. This department in the United States government is very shady. has a dark cloud over them. Let me explain why. And we're going to take calls right now. 831-205-1735. If you want to interject at any time and give your opinion, you know, if it's a weirdo, I'll try to whack them as fast as I can. I'm really trying to have an intelligent conversation. That's it. I want to hear you guys chime in too, por favor. Office of Refugee Resettlement. This program in the government office, you know what they do? All they do is receive children and place them somewhere. And Tara Lee Rodas testified that most of the recipients for the children, which they call sponsors, that receive these children, sponsors they call them, she said these individuals wouldn't pass an intermediate qualification background check to have children. There's no kind of accountability from these people who the United States government is funneling children to. And she testified in front of a U.S. congressional panel that while she was there doing audits of the children through a United States government program, again, this is just one means of trafficking. We'll get to the border right now. We'll get to the border. That there was over 85,000 children that could not be contacted. Right, it's happening, you guys, right in front of our pinche ojos. It's happening in plain sight. That's the crazy shit about it. And the people that think alternate media like Chicano Tube, that some of us are wacko for talking about these things. Well, what should we be talking about when it pertains to my child and when it pertains to your child? 2,300 children go missing every single day in the U.S. and you don't think it's a problem? You don't think we should talk about this? I see Miss Chicano Tube is in the house. The DP. Randy Jean, I appreciate you, amiga. Mo Money, I see you. Spider-Man, I see you. Jefe KC, gracias, my boy. Chicago Dumb, the executive audio producer. Don Jr. is Hunters Connect, America's Cup of Coffee. I seen, so I posted a thumbnail, and it had 8-Ball Biden. It had 8-Ball Biden right there. And actually, I saw one, Cholo, that had Don Jr. on it. But, you know, there was 10 of fucking 8-Ball Biden, and there was only one of Don Jr. That's, to be fair, over there to Chicago Dumb. Okay, that's the executive producer. He wants to voice his voice? Pues llámame, güey. Ahí está el número, llámame, güey.
DJ Cholo.
Right when I called him out, huh? It's going to be a longer video, you guys, but hit that like button.
Call from
Jose.
to accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
All right, hey, there's a little bit of a lag, like maybe a 20-second, or you got an echo in the back. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up? It's Jose from Chicago.
Hey, go ahead. Come on, cabrón. Come on. I'm going to go through this. I really want to get this off my chest. This shit's on my chest.
Okay, all right. I wanna talk seriously though, right? Okay, so as you were saying, right, this administration, right? But the thing is this issue's been going on for a long time. This is not just 3 years into Biden's administration. These issues have been going on for a long time. Because you know why? In Chicago, it's real prevalent as far as like, right, like on Facebook and some of these websites where people share, missing high schooler, 15 years old, girl, blah, blah, blah. But you know what they don't report is that a lot of these kids, yeah, they're considered, missing for the day. A lot of them come back because they're with their boyfriends or they're hanging out with their cousins or their friends. And you got parents that don't take responsibility for where their kids are on a certain day. And like, let's just say you got a baby mama, right? And she has the kids and the dad calls, hey, where's my daughter? Oh, she's at her friend's house. Oh, well, when did she leave? Oh, a little while ago, but she's been gone for 2-3 days. A lot of these parents don't take responsibility for where their kids are hanging out and who they're hanging out with until somebody brings it to their attention. And then now they want to play the game of, oh, let me report it to the cops. And then knowing damn well your daughter or your son or whoever is out on the streets doing what we all did as teenagers, except now the news hits the news cycle. You know, the story hits the news cycle instantaneously, right? You could post on Facebook, anybody seen my son? Haven't seen him since 3:30 after school, and it's only 5:30. Like, a lot of these stories that do get reported are not real. I'm not saying the situation isn't real. I'm not saying, yeah, there's a lot of kids missing and there's a lot of, bad things going on in this world. But the thing is, there's no solution. I'm not saying there's no solution, but a lot of these solutions don't exist because who's going to take the lead? Who's going to sit there and say, yeah, there's 85,000 children that can't be contacted, but yet who's going to open up their homes? What good people are going to open up their homes to these kids that don't have anywhere to go? Because then it's like you become a target because any one of these kids can have relatives and, they get trafficked for a certain reason to America. Like I said, a lot of these kids that come to America are used, right, as pawns to get grown men and grown women over the border, and then they abandon them. You know what I mean? So then the issue falls in your lap. So that's my situation, like I said. But this has been going on since the beginning of time. This has been going on in every administration, Republican or Democratic. And like I said, the whole 8-ball Biden thing. And like I said, it's political, but at the same time, it's like, it happens in every administration with the fuck ups and the news and the disrespect to the White House. You know what I mean? So I don't know, bro.
That's
to me,
right.
that's just my
executive producer just tapped in right now. I appreciate you, my boy. Hey, stay tuned in.
All right, man. Thanks, man.
Hey, I'll talk to you. That right there, we're going to take his call every single time he calls. That's the executive producer right there, So he always gets into the conversation whenever he wants to chime in. That's right. Yeah, he was talking about a lot of irresponsibility. There's a lot of different scenarios. It isn't all, but we're talking about children in the black market. I'm talking about something a little. It's the same. It's the same. A child is missing, a family is destroyed. But let's get back to that. Here, some more very startling statistics. These ones right here, they're very disturbing. Again, not suitable for children. You guys don't have the kids watching this one right here. It's not time to put me on the smart TV in front of the family. This one right here, I'm going to leave this recording up, whether you're hearing it live or you're hearing it on the replay. I'm going to leave this one up. And again, my goal here is to spread awareness. Spread awareness. I feel if I did that, I feel mission has been accomplished. There is, every single year, 20 million child photos uploaded to the internet.
Unknown caller.
That's 20 million. That's a 5,000% increase within the last 5 years.
Call from
Rogelio.
Is there...
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Roger, you came through on the line. You were one of the calls that I was expecting, Roger.
Hey, what's going on, brother? Yeah, it's Big Bad Rogelio. I said Rogelio and Roger. I come out on the American Cholo. I still fuck with this channel, and I like West Coast Graffiti, too. Hey, bro, I haven't seen this movie yet. I've been really excited to see it. I'm probably going to wait till it's on video on demand. I really don't go to theaters anymore. Ever since the whole COVID thing, I don't like going out. I've become a little bit of a recluse. But, yeah, man, this thing has been going on for years, bro. I remember when I was, I'm going to be 43 this July. I remember, growing up in the 80s, bro, and I remember seeing, like, Have You Seen Me? Remember they used to have these things called Have You Seen Me? And they used to have, like, pictures of kids every week.
Oh, yeah.
The milk cartons. That's crazy. And, like, this thing has been going on for years before even social media. They used to have it on the milk cartons. For some of you younger cats, you'll never, but back in the 80s and 90s, we used to have milk cartons, and they used to put things on the milk cartons. Have you seen me? And on the penny saver, they used to have a paper called the penny saver. Have you seen me? And kids would go missing all the time, bro. And, dude, you never hear about them. They're gone. They're vanished. Like, so UFO took them.
Roger, what do you think? There's a ring. Is this organized or it's not organized? Is it like
yeah,
some of the
bro,
news
it's
says?
definitely organized.
Is it so like some of the news
Yeah,
says? Is
it's
it overblown like some of the outlets say or not?
No, bro, I don't believe so. I believe. Listen, bro, I remember my dad told me once, may he rest in peace. He died a long time ago, and he told me something because he was kind of involved with city shit, back in the day, and but like a lot of our fathers were, and he used to tell me, he goes, you know what the worst thing is? He goes, they have people trafficking, bro. They do take organs in the black market, bro. It's disgusting, bro. Like kids are being. Dude, you don't have to go that far, bro. This is fact. Look at the even in Mexico, in some of the cartels, like there's children that are missing, 100,000, 200,000.
And we're gonna get to the border.
Nobody talks about. Yeah, before they even get to the border, nobody even talks about it, bro. It's it's a really it's something that we have to wake. Well, it's kind of like it's something that's nobody really talks about. I mean, they talk more about UFOs and human trafficking. Human trafficking is real, dude. It's more profitable than the drug business. You know what I'm saying? You're moving these people across the border. You can sell a kilo. Hey, listen, bro. You can sell a kilo of cocaine once and make it into crack. You can sell people and make money over and over again. You know what I mean?
That's cold.
It's that bad.
That's
So,
got you.
yeah, man. I mean, it's really serious, dude, and we have to wake up. And the whole thing with this movie has been blocked. Not only that, dude, I don't know if you heard about the whole Mel Gibson. He was going to make a documentary.
What did you hear about that?
about
Did you hear about some of the movie theaters that are reporting that the shows are sold out, and really they're not? They're blocking people from actually seeing this movie. And I've seen videos of actually people there that are about to start the screening. They come in the movie theater and say, you know what? It hasn't been downloaded fully, but we're giving full refunds to everyone here and some added pinchy popcorn or whatever you want.
Yeah, well, I believe it, bro. I mean, they're not even playing it in every theater. So, it's just one of those things, dude. It's very it's very sick, bro. We live in a very sick country, bro. Like, I don't know, dude. I lost a lot of faith in this country ever since COVID. Look what they did with the whole Vic thing, and they lied about it, and now things are coming into light. People are so fucking gullible, dude. Even my own family, especially the people, and Hispanic people, bro. We're some of the worst. Telemundo and Univision, bro. They lie to our parents, bro, our grandmothers, and everything. And it's just like they believe, dude, the media that's how you control the world, bro.
Exactly.
And,
just exactly what you said. That's how you control it. Over here in Salinas, everyone knows the La Locutora de Univision. Oh, es buena onda la Adriana.
Yeah,
oh,
Univision.
Yeah, she wouldn't lie to us. No, es buena onda.
Yeah, and Telemundo's the same thing too, bro. And it's like that. But listen, bro, just wake up. Listen, just use common sense and logic. My dad came here in 1970. He moved to San Francisco, and then he moved to Los Angeles eventually, but whatever, dude, as a student visa. Back in the day, bro, you would live in Frisco, in San Francisco Bay, one of the most beautiful cities in the world, next to Paris, which Paris is burning right now as we speak. And look at San Francisco with the shit on the street. This was one of the most beautiful cities. He used to be able to support his wife on a job as a busboy. You can't afford nothing there anymore. Same thing in LA. It's happening here in Arizona now, bro. This whole thing is getting out of control, bro. And for us, we need to stop this fucking wrath, bro, because we're not going to be able to live on this planet anymore, bro. It's really becoming a really sad situation. But yeah, it goes bigger than that. So
I appreciate you for calling in, Roger.
Topic. All right, bro. Take it easy.
Ándale. Take care.
All right.
There's Roger right there chiming in. Appreciate input. I appreciate intelligent conversations every time. That's what Open Talk is about. We're going to get to the border right now. Roger was saying was true. 2 million children are sold every year on the black market. Again, we're going with these pinchy startling statistics that shake me and you to the pinchy core. This is really happening every single day. Again, not trying to cast some kind of dark cloud, trying to cast awareness. And it makes me sick, absolutely sick to my stomach, that these news outlets would downplay such a fucking plague, that they would downplay it so much to the point where it makes me think. It makes me think, Disney, why did you suppress this film from being put out? You bought Fox and you gave a red light to this film being out. Why, Disney? Why? Statistics show it is a $150 billion a year industry. It's already, just like Roger said, more lucrative than guns. And just like he said, it'll probably come a time. I don't think so right now. I still think drugs is the major commodity that's being illegally smuggled. But it could come a time, and it probably will, unless we do something like este pinche güero Tim Ballard, who every day is just suiting up and booting up, and is really fucking saving lives. And a lot of it is at the southern border. Now, let's get into the southern border. Here's where people start to get boiling, right? The southern border. The border policies that have been in place for decades and decades and decades since we've had an established structural government. And just like DJ Cholo said, I said it in the beginning, I'm not throwing it on one person's administration. He takes it the wrong way. Because I say current administration, or I say Trump, or I'll give you my whole history of politics. I heard Joe Rogan's episode 9/11 when it came out like a month after. I think it came out like in February, March of 17. And that is the first time I actually became interested. And you know what I did as far as politics go? I said, it's going to be an easy one for me. I grew up Chicano. I grew up in a Mexicano family. I got certain convictions you just can't move me on. Let me Google this shit. Oh, that's what they believe? Oh, that's what they believe? Well, shit. I guess I'm my own man. I guess I'm for the party of what's right is right. There's so many unaccompanied minors showing up every single day to the southern border of Mexico. Unaccompanied. And with the current border policy, they get dropped off in the United States, no questions asked, get placed in one of these programs, just like Tara Lee blew the whistle on 2 months ago, that's saying this program, United States program, is the middleman for child trafficking. They're placing the, okay, let's stick with the border. There was a scene inside that movie, and I haven't seen it yet. I've only seen clips of it. Me and the wifey, we looked it up, and it was sold out everywhere. And I'm glad it is, if it really is. And I'd be pissed if I found out they're really suppressing it. It's just like you not knowing the truth. We're entitled. We have a human. We should know the truth. But the news now is not the news. Guess what the news is now, ladies and gentlemen? The news is nothing but an agenda. Television, they're telling a vision to you and to me. Do you buy it? Well, here I'm trying to birth critical thinkers, objective thinkers. The ones that show okay, maybe I'll get a phone call right now if you guys want to chime in. There hasn't been one president that has been able to balance out that whole fucking issue. Not one. At the southern border. If we have open borders, they drop the kids off. These are kids that are brought all the way through Mexico. Not just Mexico, Central America. Shout out to all the Latinos, you know. That's why I consider Latinos as like Central America. I'm Mexicano. I'm used to hearing it. But I say, no, Mexicano. People get mad on that topic. Latino, Mexicano, Chicanos. Whatever floats your boat. They're coming all the way from Central America, even from South America, overseas on airplanes. Oh, if you don't think they can come up with a system of funneling them in, like I do believe exists, I do believe it exists. I do believe that there's rings of this shit going on as we speak. There was a Boston story. It was suppressed as hell. You probably didn't hear about it. I didn't hear about it. But on Chicano Tube, we're going to talk about it. There was 4 children found crammed in a room inside of a house that was it was a house party. And throughout the house was drugs. Throughout the house were sex toys. There was a dead body. It was a dead body of a black guy, but he was a trans black guy, vestía como mujer, dead on the ground. Finally, law enforcement shows up. They find 4 children there. Do you hear about it? No. I wonder why. You hear of instances of whole vehicles being found. With children and just one male in the whole car with 10 children. You think that's normal? Give me 1 second, you guys.
Unknown caller.
Call from
James.
James, you're live on Chicano Tube. Let me know what you think.
What's up, Mike? How you guys doing?
Doing good, my brother.
Just calling down here from down south, from Newhall, California, over here, LA County, I guess. No, bro, this shit is real, bro. It's been going on for a long time. There's been stories about this from Haiti, from what's it called, the shit that happened in Haiti and the environmental stuff that happened in Haiti, and then the kids being taken out of there by certain organizations, and the Clinton organization. It's been everywhere, brother. It's been everywhere. And the shit that pisses me off is that our people, Hispanics, I'm not saying just Mexicans, Hispanics in total, bro. Oh, we're so Catholic, we're so this, we're so that. But when it comes to fucking voting, it's always fucking, let's vote Democrat, let's vote Democrat. Oh, we don't like Republicans because certain people are that kind of white people. It's like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? There's more Hispanic conservatives, black conservatives. There's all kinds of conservatives that are not just fucking white. This is not a racial thing, bro. That's what everyone makes this. Everyone makes this a racial thing. Oh, I got to stand by my people. They're all Democrats. I got to stand with them. Like, no, bro. You have to use your head. You have to see what's going on in front of you, everything, and realize what the hell is happening, brother. This is ridiculous. This is getting insane. Where it just gets like me. I stopped watching Fox. Stopped watching any news outlet. Why? Because it pisses me off. I can't do anything about the shit that's happening. I would like to go out there and get some shit. And whoever's doing it, fucking put him on the stockade. Boom, right there, right then and done. He's done. But we can't do that. We're civilized. But our people that we put our trust in to do the things that need to be done aren't getting it done. And the people that are supposed to be voting against this shit keep going back to the same fucking racist bullshit. Oh, I'm Mexican. Oh, I'm not voting conservative. Oh, I'm Mexican. I'm not voting for that guy. Like, come on, guys. Are you serious? So you guys, just because someone's a different color than you, you're not going to put trust in them because they're not the same color as you. It's usually the people the same color as us who are treating us bad, bro. Keeping us down.
Oh,
It's
come
always
on.
been like that. It's always
They don't want to hear that though, huh?
go ahead, bro. They don't want to hear that. It's always the same people our color that are keeping us down. They're always keeping us down. The same people. They're being manipulated by whoever it is and telling us to not to do this, not to do that. Hey, if you're Hispanic, you have to vote this way. If you're voting the other way, oh, you must not be Hispanic. No, you're not Hispanic. No. Like, come on, bro. That's why I try to stay away from this political shit because it gets me upset, bro. Where I want to go do something, go hide in the mountains and take care of business, you know. Politicians, fucking people who are out there, activists. I don't care. All of them got to get it. This is insane, brother. This is insane. And with all these children and people over here clowning on the live like they don't give a shit. Yeah, that pisses me off even more. Like, yeah, all right, motherfucker. You don't like what's being said. You don't like what we're talking about. Then just go on and go watch some other cat talk about fucking Whack 100 or something. You know, some stupid garbage like that. But Mikey,
I feel you.
I love the brother. You bring out the real topics, brother. Putting pressure on people to think. And that's what I appreciate about you, brother.
That's right, my brother James. I appreciate the call.
Yeah, have a good night.
You as well. Shout out to James giving his input right there. Yeah, it's true. That's true. They, instead of solving the problem, it'll turn into a political issue. I talked about this, there was a politician. She went for her annual photo at the border. Annual photo at the border. Like she gave a shit. I won't put her name out there. People get, they ruffle their feathers when you talk. I'm talking about politicians. I'm not talking about red or blue. It's not Crips and Bloods with me. It's not. She grabs the fucking fence and looks at the camera, say cheese. It turns into a political issue. There was a comment right there saying, Mo said it. Heard this the other day. Individually, we can't end world hunger, but we can all make a sandwich. Yeah. If we wanted to, we can go ahead and mobilize and get together. But oh no. They like to keep the problem. Well, this one right here is a problem they keep because it's fucking sick. It's sick. There's predators out there, gente. I was just talking about the southern border and these kids who get rescued by este pinche güero that did that movie, and he's saying they get raped all the way up traveling through Mexico. And with open border policies, when they show up at the border, they just continue with the plan to get them inside of some other hands, of some other people that are going to continue to exploit the children. This is thousands and thousands and thousands every single damn day. Thousands. Now, James was talking about not watching, the news no more, or watching Fox or watching certain outlets, TV in general. Let's just say this. What they're after is to get our children also and to groom them. This generation, Generation Z, is a generation that really cares of what people think. The older the generation, especially the older the person, the more they can give a shit of what someone thinks. Gen Zers, and this is statistics, these are polls that have been put out there, actually care more in the social media and internet generation of what people think. And there's so much media being put out there nowadays. It's happening in plain sight. There was another ring that was discovered. Did you hear about it? Some people talked about it, not everyone. This is in New York City. In New York City, in a private place, restaurant, high-level music artists, politicians, A-listers, entertainers, actors would go to these places where children are being trafficked. You don't think it's happening? You don't think there was an actual Epstein Island? Do you think that was a fantasy, or do you think that Epstein Island really happened? Let me know in the comment section, because that really happened. Did you hear much about it, or did you hear a lot of anti-it? Just like they say this issue we're talking about right now, it exists, but it's no big deal. What did you hear about the Epstein Island? Where they had people on the flight logs. Now, a lot of it did get photoshopped, okay? Don't get it twisted. Some people were running with the fucking second, third, fourth. I don't know how many versions. Of course, I'm not claiming I seen the original flight log. Of course, I didn't. But it was photoshopped several times where some of your favorite celebrities were on that flight log flying to an island with thousands of children held captive. Ese pinche güey que lo mataron. No, ese güey lo mataron a la chingada. There was no fucking he offed himself. Ese güey lo mataron a la chingada. Ese pinche güey had so much dirt on some of the top 1% celebrities, music artists, actors, politicians, you name it. It would have been the story of all stories. The story of all stories. Some of us would have not even believed whose name was on that flight log, flying to a pinchy island where they had kids captive. It makes me sick to my, and I know it also makes you sick to your stomach, that some of these, I don't even know the word for them. I want to say shit that I can't say here. It's disgusting. Would have an appetite for that kind of shit. Absolutely disgusting. Jerry Fuentes, I see you, my boy. Burqueños in the casa. Miss Chicano Tube. Mo, Shorte, West Side. Other stories you won't hear about. Stacy Lawton, state representative from New Hampshire, was recently arrested for distributing child photos and videos. Now, this is, it's a her, but it's actually born a he. So it's a trans person. It's a trans person. Stacy, but the real name is Barry. He was born Barry, okay, with the thing between his legs. Did you hear about that? A New Hampshire was that told to us? Was that blasted everywhere on the news? Or no? Because it would make a certain political group look bad. The elections are coming up. The elections are more important than real life issues that affect me and you. That some good that could actually be done turns into a fucking political issue and a viewpoint. The article actually said they couldn't find him. Of course, it's a her. He identifies as a woman, respectfully. Because there's laws, and they're trying to pass this in California. They haven't passed it in California yet, but in New Hampshire, it's already a law that if you change your gender, it expunges your whole criminal record. So Mike could be Michaela. Can't erase the background, but I mean, or the experiences, but anyways. That's why they couldn't find him. And they got him photos of it. Did you hear that? Nope. How about this story? Did you hear about this one? last month, a top producer for CNN, name was John Griffin. John Griffin was sentenced to 19 years for sexually assaulting a 9-year-old. Did you hear about that? I didn't hear too much about it. I had to do my own independent research and find this shit out. Again, the inclination here is this thing is real and it's being covered up by some major people. And the whistleblower, the Health and Human Services, about 2 months ago, look it up. Look up her name. Her name is Tara Lee. Tara Lee Rodas, Rodas. She's on YouTube. She testified. Did that get put out there? Nope. Calladito. Here come the elections. It's a sensitive topic, you guys. It's a sensitive topic. We're already at the 8 o'clock hour. There was another story of a flight attendant who noticed a girl flying by herself inside of an airplane. Went up, confronted the girl, just knew something's wrong here. Something is not right. There's laws permitting these things. But estos pinches cabrones have a fucking sick way of when they want to get something done, they're going to get it done. There's laws to fly children. There's laws to drop them off at the southern border, and we take them right into these government programs that ended up placing them in homes, and then you can never find them again. To some people, it's like problem solved. And to these sick fucks, it's I don't even want to say it. I think task force like the one that dude, Tim Ballard is in, is the way to do it. I think a border policy at the southern, because this is what immediately affects us, right? We hear more of the southern border than I'm sure I'm sure it exists in the Canadian border, but what we know, it happens more because we hear these stories. They write these stories also in the Mexican news outlets, you guys. The Mexico will report this shit. There was a train with 3 adults and 120 children stopped today. At least they'll report it. These task force by like Tim Ballard, he's doing a fucking good thing. He's doing a really good thing. I heard they were trying to get for the 2 million, children that get sold on the black market every single year. They're trying to get 2 million people to at least go see the movie and take some of those proceeds and put them right back into the task force. That's how God blesses you anyways. Do good. Better to give than to receive. He knows he's doing God's work. He's saving children. You don't think saving children is God's work? God is in the saving business, first of all. And he said, let these children come unto me. You should be like them. I should be like them. We all should be like them. I appreciate everyone that joined the live. I'm going to go ahead and leave this up. It's a controversial topic. If the Jefe takes it down, then it was what it was. But I believe we spreaded some awareness this last hour. Be aware. If you're traveling on the road trip, you stop off at a pinchy gas station. There's 5 kids in a fucking car with a man. And something doesn't feel right to you. Please do something about it. If you get that gut feeling something is happening that it's not right, what harm? What do you got to lose? This shit is real, and this shit happens. Chicago Dumb, I see you, my boy. Denise Castillo, mi amiga la chicana. Hold on real quick. Let me turn this down. Last call, you guys. If anyone wants to give a call right now, we'll take one more call. If not, That's right. I highly appreciate you guys. Here's another open talk in the books. We'll be back next Wednesday. Of course, we got the 90s party line coming back again in full force this Friday. And then we'll take it back low and slow. We'll go for the Sunday night, the Super Love Jam. Gracias, you guys. Many more videos coming. I appreciate you guys that drop IG clips. If you want to follow me on IG, it's at the Chicano. It's at Chicano Tube. TikTok is the same, at Chicano Tube. If you want the merch, gracias to everyone that ordered the merch. I had 24 orders of merch. Just to let you know, the merch store is 100% nonprofit. The merch store is 100%. It's for you guys, so it's 100% nonprofit. And if you guys are into the merch, there's everything for the ladies. There's tank tops right now. Está haciendo calor a la chingada. I'm not plugging it in because, again, it's nonprofit. But I appreciate you guys. Let's go ahead and take one more call.
Call from
Eddie is at the Chicano.
to accept, press 1.
The merch store is 100%.
My brother Eddie, you're live. You got an echo in the background. You're going to have to turn that down. Oh, he hung up. Respect, Shorty. I appreciate you. Sanjo Lifer, gracias. Jason Ramirez, good job, Chicano Tube. We're here we're a voice. It's more than a pinchy YouTube channel. You know, if they were to take me down for this fucking live right here, then it is what it is. We spread awareness. That's what we did. We accomplished the mission at hand. You know, the channel goes down, algo la chingada. I put it back up, and you guys will come right back because we're going to keep talking about things that are more important to me and you than Whack 100 or algo a la chingada. You know what I mean? Anyways, hit that like button one time. I appreciate everyone that's tuning in. I'm off, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and tap back in with the family. I'll leave this live up. Drop a comment. If you're hearing on the replay, drop a comment. Drop a like if you can, por favor. It helps out the channel and the algorithm. And if you want to share the conversation, your phone is linked up to your IG, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you have. There's a share button that you can share this conversation that we just had if you think it's substantial and you think someone should hear it. Don't forget about that share button. I'll see you guys on Friday night. But remember what I always say, in the end, all you got is the memories.